Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's ECAC Fall Finale for the St. Rose Golden Knights. We start with Team A going up against Arcadia Team A. As always, I am Josh, joined by my co-host Ted. Ted, how's it going this evening?
I am right as rain as usual, Josh. Very fitting that the finale for the ECAC matches pits the Knights against the Knights. I'll let you
Boo.
decide which one I mention first.
And we're going to get right into things here at the first point.
Feels good to stretch our legs in the free camp, doesn't it?
It does.
Ooh, already getting 2 picks off of the Arcadia Knights. Good job there by Moon and Clutch shutting down the Arcadia Knights tanks and healers, making their first claim here on the point, really pushing up here.
They are going to secure us. Strunchy and Dirt stay back, applying some pressure here to the Knights. Just a bit of a poke here early on, and we'll see if the aggressiveness continues. See you later, Jafar.
I love these jump cancel teleports that Jafar does, especially here on Busan. And as usual, Busan does lend itself to some very advantageous high positioning plays. We see Boop on Doomfist do tremendous things here on this perch here. So we'll see how Jafar follows suit just to output some very high damage on the Arcadia Knights. Deciding to drop back down as it appears that the Arcadia Knights decided to go down on the left. You see on Reinhardt leading the charge. And he picks the good shield there by Knight. As much space as possible. However, as always, there's coming out within the first minute of the match, and we'll find some very lucrative value for the Golden Knights. They can shut down Knight there. The Arcadia Knights now scrambling to continue their claim here off the point. Boys already doing a good job of getting charged to allow that fire. However, Scrunchy is out here on the grab. Good job. This may spell trouble. And DPS now offline. This may force a regroup.
We do see the Meteor Strike come out, and it's able to take Moop with a triple there, taking out Crusher, Arclight, and Slays. We do see Clutch, Jafar, and Strunchy sitting on ultimates. Knight did just get Earth Shatter, and Slays as well has a Sound Barrier online. Are we just going to ignore Jafar still, just kind of hanging out?
But online as well. The Golden Knights just built up their ult so quickly this match. Now both the DPS on that very, very advantageous pressure. So they do here to full positioning.
There it is.
And that'll be a Doom Death Blossom combo. Beautiful. Finishing off with a very decisive team kill by the Golden Knights there. Very well coordinated. It just, you both hate and love to see it. Very well played there. And Kojo
Getting aggressive.
However, gravitational flux coming out just to force any plan that the Arcadia Knights had out of the way there. However, they will continue to advance here on the left. We're seeing some coalescence here. Going down to the second 15 kill streak. His ultimate's coming out from Luke has been absolutely tremendous, and that'll be match 1 for the Golden Knights.
I think I said about 2 words in the time of that match. Just the Golden Knights making quick work of it. We saw the combo there with the Supercharger and Death Blossom as well as Moop just doing regular damage, because that's all you need from a Doomfist, honestly. And Ted, I would like to make one moment of silence really quick for the death of the Double Shield meta.
Oh, yes.
And we're back, alright.
Bye! I'd say I miss you, but I'd just be lying! But going back to earlier, you said you were only able to get 2 words in. The 2 words that I would say to describe match 1 was just be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Oh my god.
It just worked out in spades there for the Golden Knights. However, yes, double shields, as we see on the PTR, is on its way out. We're seeing a lot of rework being done for Sigma and Orisa. So this may be one of the last few ECAC matches we see with double shield in play. Golden Knights done a great job doing that meta, a lot of justice this season. However, they'll definitely have to shake things up if these changes to the tanks come in the following months.
And for that whole BB aggressive thing, I'm taking your microphone and your pom-poms away. Sorry.
Never! I'd sooner die!
We do see a few off-meta pits coming from the Golden Knights here with the Tracer, Zen, Hanzo, Ana, but at the same time, as always, double shield.
Dirk on Zenyatta as well, and I was ogling all these off-meta picks with you, and I didn't even notice the complete sweep the Golden Knights are able to do as they lay their stake on the objective. Able to cap off first, flexing all their red skins, it seems. But the Arcadia Knights have plenty of time for a reset. Vietnam on make, so will be very lucrative here as the point does kind of put you in a bit of a tight area to work with. So
Right.
a wall and a very right down the middle could divert the Golden Knights. We do see Crusher does have Coalescence immediately popping it off. However, Jafar coming in, really utilizing that damage knockoff buff that came to Tracer recently.
Pulse bomb. Yep. Got him. Oh.
Damage input, however, no kill confirms, and they will punish Jafar for that. Very well played there. However, able to kind of sweep back some of that momentum with an ultimate. However, will go down as well as they weren't able to get enough crucial value off of that ultimate.
See Bone Jangle's healing back up on point. Does have nano. Uses it this time on Dirt. The Zen now with a sleep.
For the battle, Mercy to prepare for the Blitzkrieg Zen. Let's see it.
Okay. Support's putting in work. I see you. And they will maintain control of the point. 61% now here on point B.
They are pushing right up into the Arcadia Knight spawn. Being aggressive, getting very little breathing room. However, this could be an overextension if the Arcadia Knights able to capitalize.
Knight's going down.
We do see that Slays does have some very online, so that could be very
Oh. Okay, Knight.
appreciate pop.
Run, Jafar. Run far. Run fast. We do see Dirt with another Transcendence. Not popping it yet. No reason for it, to be perfectly honest. As Arcadia is starting to push through the right side, we'll go see what Tracer is up to. Jafar taking a bit of damage, but stays up. Still has Pulse Bomb. Arcadia is going to have to find a way to point here. 95% on the objective. Here they go. Arclight breaks their way through. Now teleporting by. Gonna have to touch. Can't get there in time. And the Golden Knights will take the first map.
The after game pulse bomb for good measure. Very well played by the Golden Knights there. The aggression worked out in spades. Really worked for that Pog there. Let's see it.
Oh. Nope. Alright, there we go.
Ah, yes, this.
Yes, the Blossom combo. He got things started with the 2 on the uppercut. And then Jafar cleaning things up. A team kill in just about 3 seconds flat. And we will be right back.
Epic. To be expected. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
And welcome back, everyone, for Game 2 between the Battle of the Knights. We find ourselves here on Route 66. We haven't seen this map a lot this ECAC season, have we, Josh?
No, and I'm excited to see it. We will see St. Rose open up on defense. We don't see my tried and true Bastion, but we do see Moop on Widow, which is fun. And Dirt with the return of the Brigitte, we will see in the next meta, as you're going to be a Brigitte one-trick, I assume.
I kind of have to, man. Like, I'm still in awe about these PTR changes that are coming. It's gonna spell a lot of change.
Yep.
Like, we're talking, like, Mercy Ultimate rework change. Like, this will
One.
definitely be a sight to
Oh.
see. Another sight to see will definitely be this match as the Arcadia Knights begin their advance. You see Boop having the right side on lock. Ooh, getting a nice chip damage there on Knight, able to pull back the rest of the team before getting picked off. Going Jagles doing a good job.
Oh.
And we will see the first blood drawn from this game will actually be Scrunchy falling down tonight. However, Jafar will avenge their teammate by getting Knight out of play as well. Both Sigmas now out of play temporarily as their Arcadian Knights continue their advance. Move opting to go down on the low ground just to get some sneaky picks there. Not really working out for them, but you do see the Arcadia's Reaper trying to just wiggle around there over the pressive fire coming out from the clutch, ensuring that advance won't happen without fight.
We do see Arcadia open up a lot more aggressive here on Route 66, so it looks like they have learned from last match, opening up as you see the double barriers just keep coming and pushing forward, and that cart has not stopped moving in a little while. And we do see Coalescence popped by Arcadia. It's Crusher with it. Jafar goes with the wall hats. Vietnam takes out Scrunchy. Jafar is able to take out one, now gets two others with the help of his team. Halted together, and Vietnam falls at the end.
That kinetic grasp rate by Knight was huge in keeping up supports for as long as possible. As you fight. Jafar did a good job there, popping the ultimate just to kind of gain back some of that lost momentum, and it worked out in the end as the Gold Knights were able to halt Card's progression temporarily. You see the Gold Knights are now moved up, and the rest of the Arcadian Knights are starting to trickle back in. You see that Dirk does have Rail outlined,
Yep.
so once the Sea Fight really heats up, it might be what decides the victory here. The Arcadian Knights are now fully moved up as well, kinetic grasp being forced out by Knight.
There's a rally.
And there it is, we do see the rally coming out, laying down some healing and damage as well. Seeing another ultimate come out here by Scrunchy, able to get a pick off the Arcadian Knight Sigma. Both the tanks now down for the Knights. However, we do see both Vietnam and Crusher with their ultimates online, with a sound barrier on top of it as well, so they could use that to their advantage to swing back in this team fight. Oh my god.
They're just going for the escape at this point.
Up there.
Just going for the retreat as Dirt gets the last two stragglers. We'll do a quick ultimate check. We do see almost sits online for Arcadia. Could be bait here with a minute and a half to go. Just a little bit more to that first checkpoint. It doesn't need much.
You see here a full 6-stack of ultimates online for the Arcadian Knights. Arcalec into some prime position there. This could be huge. However, with the tank and the support down, they will have to wait a bit longer for the advance. Double-edged sword getting close to spawn, as that is usually the route. Do you see a loop popping off the Widow ultimate there?
Wow.
What a sneaky pick there by Bo Jangles, showing move up in the sniper department, getting a very crucial pick there at Arcalec. He's stalling more time out of the Arcadian Knights. Now with less than a minute on the clock, they're gonna have to use the resource economy to its fullest extent to make this final push.
With a snipe like that, maybe it's Bone Jonak at this point. Nice shot there, able to pick off. As Sound Barrier is out from Slays, they are halted together, so the Flutz goes out, but Bone Jangel's forced to use Trance, and it saves them from the Death Blossom as well. Moop takes out Crusher and all of that. Vietnam is able to take out Clutch and Knight with Bone Jangles, but Jafar and Dirk return with favors of their own. Jafar really targeting the Sigma, unable to get it as he's ducking behind the barriers. Throws his own barrier out to get into things. Now Knight falls after Moop takes them down.
Knight was really channeling his inner Winston there. We saw some really good dash dancing there. And we do see that the tooth and nail war position there did win its way from the Arcadia Knights.
Ooh.
However, the Gold Knights will have time to one last offense here to stop the execution of the first point. However, with the final ultimate online for the Arcadia Knights now coming out, this supercharger was giving a lot of value for the Arcadia Knights. However, we do see the Golden Knights doing a good job of slowing as long as possible.
There you go, Strunchy.
And taking advantage of all the cannons being put up together for very juicy. Not able to get any picks, and forcing a lot of healing resources out. However,
Wrecking Ball.
was able to pull out another coalescence there. Wrecking Ball is in play. Just trying to stall as long as possible. It does fall to Jafar. But you see ECAC make that 4 kills coming off of them. However, Arcadia making his last stand here on the
Wow.
line. It won't last long as Moop is able to shut down the DPS and the healers and win the defense round for the Golden Knights.
What a turnaround there from the Golden Knights. It got down to 5-on-2. And they were able to stagger long enough and wait and delay long enough for the rest of their team to get back. What a hold there. 76.65 meters is the number to beat for the Golden Knights. We saw Arcadia come out aggressive. That aggressiveness wore a little bit as St. Rose got used to it and adjusted their strategies for that. And then from there, the fight was all Golden Knights. It was just a matter of time.
It's all about downloading your opponent's playstyle. We saw that the Arcadia Knights decided, why should we let them have all the room to be aggressive? We can be aggressive ourselves. We can use all the barrels here on Route 66 for cover, and that was working out for them. However, once they started getting those crucial picks off, then they were forced to kind of trickle back in, and the Golden Knights took advantage of them being really close together, but really spread apart, not able to use the resources to their full extent, and to get those crucial picks up. And is that a Bastion I see?
It is it's full bunker comp, but also the sim. I had thought maybe just the teleport at the start and then switch off, but it looks like they're going to stick with the Symmetra here. We do see a Mercy, but not attached to a Pharah. So this could be super bunker comp, and we could see a bit of a pop-off here from Arclight. Keep an eye on where Vietnam looks like he's going to group up the 3 turrets on that one train car. So we'll see if they're taken out immediately, or if it's one of those where, where's the turret? I can't find the turret. So I guess we'll see, as Arclight is being powered up by their Mercy Slays. So let's keep an eye on how St. Rose decides to approach this one. We do see the new best tank in the game, Clutch, coming in with the Reinhardt. As the cart is moved, they're looking for everyone. They do take out the 3 turrets immediately. Now thrown out once again from Vietnam. And now the fight can get started. We'll go live to Arclight.
Approach by the Arcadia Knights to set up a bunker comp and just kind of let the Golden Knights work their way through that choke. Once they got through that choke, it's going to just
Oh.
pressure up. Able to play around their shield and get a very juicy pick off of the Arcadia Knights support. However, it does go down by the other support. We do see a bit of a back and forth here with the picks of both Knight teams. We see that Super's doing a good job just making their claim on the objective. We saw they had full charge there over the impressive bunker comp fire. It was just too much for Scorching to stay up. Forcing the breach by the Golden Knights. Forcing them moving in and out just to draw away some of that very impressive enemy fire there. We do see for right now though, the bunker comp does seem to be working very well for the Arcadia Knights.
We'll see how the Golden Knights decide to adjust. Jafar was able to get up there pretty quickly. 15 meters to go till the first checkpoint. Kojo is picked off by Dirk.
Oh, we do see Clutch does fall once that shield breaks. Dirk coming up from behind just to apply some very good pressure from the side here.
Jonak.
To bait out some of that damage and cover some health. We do see both Squunchy and Jafar now fall. We do see this notification matrix online for the Arcadia Knights will vanish. However, Vietnam does have protected barrier out. That'll be crucial to hold the Golden Knights advance and keep this bunker comp rolling. Arclight as well does have the tank configuration online.
Yep.
So we'll see what they use that as an upcoming team fight. And we will see the Golden Knights regroup here. Moving now back online. So now the next team fight.
Doomfist.
Another setup here on top of the building. Really bunkering down on the bunker comp here.
It's been working though. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Jafar is looking for some pits. As they're lifted up, he can only do some damage.
That was a very juicy bubble there by Squunchy. Out of harm's way. Actually, Juicy Vietnam going for a Earth Shatter if need be. A team kill, though. Will the Arcadia Knights have enough time for a reset?
Uh-oh.
Still,
No, don't be
and
mean.
oh, that was disgusting. Reading Arcalites in play to switch the Tracer for a last-second reset. However, the read there by Clutch was amazing.
Oh,
Able just to go in and shut down that advance before it ever happened. A brilliant play there. Let's see this pop.
it's a nice stun. So we do see Arclight. It was at the end of the Death Blossom, which was canceled by Trans. Vietnam and Knight getting 2 pits there with the help of Arclight, then takes out Dirt and Scrunchy to boot. But with that, the Golden Knights will take a 2-0 lead after the victory on Route 66, and we will be right back.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
Welcome back here for map number 3. We do find ourselves on King's Row as the Golden Knights will set up on defense. We'll see how Arcadia decides to attack the first objective here, trying to secure the payload. We do see some interesting pits already for the Golden Knights. We do see the Winston Wrecking Ball combo of Tank, and then Jafar and Moop back on Tracer and Widow, Dirk and Bone Jangles on Zen and Brigitte. As you can tell, Ted did unfortunately have to depart, so you will have to deal with just me. I apologize in advance. And let's get things started here on map number 3, King's Row. Things getting started early here as Knight is making a push right to the front of the line, throwing that shield out there. Moot's Venomine is taken out from that charge. Knight just putting some damage on, trying to take out the Brigitte, but Jafar and Moop are able to get 2 pits of their own. We'll go live to Jafar, see what he's up to. He's right in the middle of things, going after the Lucio that slays. Staying up though, distorted and now taken out by Dirk. Knight was able to charge Brigitte, but they will have to fall back as Jafar is just in the back lines now, causing some damage, but is going to fall back after getting in their heads for at least a second. Strunchy ready to strike as a Wrecking Ball. Here he comes. He is pinned, though, by the Reinhardt, who was bubbled by Zarya. Now Clutch is taken out by Arcalite, the McCree. Knight now falls. Arcalite going after Strunchy. Can't take them down fully. Moop with a nice headshot there on Arcalite after taking out Crusher. And Jafar taking out Slays as well. Jafar does have Pulse Bomb. Takes out Kojo and is not going to need it, as Vietnam is going to fall back to spawn and wait for the rest of their team. 2:45 to go on the payload. Jafar waiting to strike once again. Most of the team pushing forward. Jafar's just waiting. Here he comes. Has the pulse bomb, able to stick one. Stays alive, but then falls at the end. That was Knight. Strunchy, Moop, Bone Jangles, and Clutch each getting pits. Now Dirk with one as well. And now Vietnam falls. A full team kill there for the Golden Knights. Arcadia is going to have to change things up here. Arcalite does switch to the Doomfist. Go over to Strunchy, who has ultimate. Clutch and Dirk also have ultimates. Knight and Crusher for the Knights. Strunchy sees the competition. Just waiting, not checking around there. Here comes Strunchy, going in after it. Going for it. Doesn't drop mines, though, just creating some havoc. Now targeting Arcalite. Knight does fall at the end, thanks to Moop. As you see Moop putting some pits on from afar as the Widow. Now Clutch with a double Bone Jangles, also able to take out Zarya, and Jafar takes out Arcalite, and Arcadia will have to fall back once again. That clock is ticking, though. Minute and a half to go. Oh, Vietnam right out of spawn. Moop, come on. That's just bullying at this point. 1 DPS down for Arcadia. Knight is discorded, but stays up. Now falls at the hands of Dirk. Moop still putting in damage. Takes out Arcalite before they can escape. Clutch did enter Primal Rage. They're able to clean that up. Not a full team kill, but it may as well be, as they're going to fall back, and we'll have a minute to go. Probably 2-ish fights remaining.
60 seconds remaining.
Moop gets 1 in the Venom Mine. That was Knight. Healed back up, though. Clutch saying hello to all of you. Moop going for pits once again, but let's see what Jafar is up to. He's on the back lines. They're around the statue now. Moop is able to pick off Arcalite and Slays. Knight does take down Bone Jangles, though, so they are down 1 support. Moop does have ultimate once again. A 15-player kill streak for Moop. Calm down, my man. Knight concedes. And 25 seconds to go. It will come down to this, but they're going to come back with some big ultimates that could really change things up here. Knight, Vietnam, and Kojo all with ultimates. Jafar causing damage once again right out of spawn. They're not even going to let him escape. Looks like Ryan comes out the side door. 10 seconds to go, though. They got to move. Vietnam still with Death Blossom. Not sure if he's going to get there in time. 5 seconds. Going after Clutch, the Winston. All right, they do make it to point, and now here's where the fun begins. Vietnam, as St. Rose is going to have to fall back. Dirk does activate Trans, though. Knight is stuck by the Pulse Bomb. Vietnam pits off Jafar with the Death Blossom. Kojo takes out Bone Jangles. This is anybody's match, as Clutch has Primal Rage. Takes out Knight. 20-player kill streak for Clutch. clearing everyone off a point. That's going to do it here in round 1 as the Golden Knights hold. What a hold from the Golden Knights, showing that aggressiveness, that aggressive playstyle really paid off. 0 for Arcadia. Golden Knights just need to start securing and get that first hit.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
As we get set for round 2 here on Kings Row, we'll see how Arcadia decides to change up their playstyle and get things going here. They will need to turn things around right here, right now, if they want this match extended. Golden Knights got off to a great start in round 1. We'll see if they can hold on to it. We do see Jafar going with the Genji and Strunchy on the Diva, which is a pick we don't see very often at all. Trying out some new things here in their last ECAC match of the fall semester. And we will see how they choose to attack here. The Golden Knights are out of spawn and on the way to point A. Again, just need to get that first tick. Jafar taking a bit of damage, but getting healed back up. Clutch as well, also healed back up. We do see Kojo set up behind the barrier. Now Clutch is on point, just creating a bit of havoc, trying to take everyone out of position. Does fall there at the hands of Knight, excuse me. Roadhog on Roadhog. Crime move going back to the Widow, and then Strunchy takes out Kojo as well. St. Rose holds the advantage here in the early fight, but Knight is on point. Moop just missed the headshot there. Now going up, looking for an opening. Can't get the shot. Now going after Knight. He heals back up, though. Now Crusher, the Lucio, taken out by Moop. They have 3 on point. Someone's going to have to touch here. They can't take out Knight. So close there. Strunchy takes out Arcalite. And the Golden Knights will take Kings Row and the 3-0 victory. Clutch with the play of the game there, had a 15 kill streak in the first round. Just putting damage on all of them as they were all grouped up. Gets a triple there with the help of their team and another slays. Able to pick off Vietnam as well. That will do it for the Team A matchup. We will be back in just a little bit as Team B also gets set to take on Arcadia. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Match B here, as we do see St. Rose and Arcadia square off once again, this time the B teams for each school. And we will get set here.
5, 4,
Control on the first objective.
1. Round
Some
1.
interesting pits right off the start. I'm interested to watch Stargazer, the Tracer, and we'll see where they end up going here as things get started here. They are on the control point, still 15 seconds until that unlocks though. So we do see Mario on the patented Pharah, being tailed by Audie the Mercy. Mario just raining some damage onto Fuffy, the Reinhardt. Still raining damage, not really being contested here, but speaking of contest, that's 4 on point for Arcadia. They will take control early of the first point, and Barry Benson is able to take out Mario, pick him off. St. Rose makes their way out of spawn, gets ready to regroup, and take control of the objective back. Oh, Stargazer. That's just mean. Still not up far enough, though. Still waiting. Now goes in behind. Going after Telgi the Orisa. Now going after Marcus the Moira. Deathball is thrown out. Damage is done, but they recall, able to get full health back. Now Marcus disappears on their own as well. Fuffy with 2. And now Finn pits off Nachi as well. Crit's able to eat up one of the fire strikes from Fuffy, but falls at the end with the help of Finn. Fuffy does have Earth Shatter. No reason to use it yet. Audie and Mario, the last standing near point. St. Rose once again will regroup and get ready, as Mario does have Barrage, but needs to get healed back up, almost picked off there by Barry Benson. Audie taken out by Stargazer, the Tracer. McCree does have Deadeye. We do see a lot of ultimates online, actually. Keep an eye on how they are utilized. Stargazer with the Pulse Bomb right on Nachi and takes them out. They will have to regroup there. Mario with Barrage. No real good time to use it, being beamed down by the Zarya. 4 ultimates online for each side. Now Aradite pops Coalescence. Crits touched for half a second, but taken out very quickly. 87% Barrage coming out from Mario. Now Barry Benson goes with ultimate and pits off Mario with the Deadeye. Marcus still popping Coalescence, healing the team and also damaging the other. Valkyrie popped as well. Fuffy coming back with Earth Shatter and slams it down, only able to get 1 down. No real damage done there, but now takes out Marcus. Stargazer with another Pulse Bomb, unable to get anybody with it though. Now Grab Flut's coming out from Crits, able to lift up 2, but the sound barrier was out. They're still pretty high in health. They are grabbed together. Last one on point. This is going to come close. Mario's got a touch. He can't. Arcadia will take the first round. Arcadia taking control early and never giving it up. Nice defensive hold there from the Knights. And we'll see how the Golden Knights can answer here on point number 2.
All systems checked out, ready for combat maneuvers.
So far, we see the same setups for both teams. We'll see if they decide to change any of that. Now we see Barry Benson going with the Hanzo pick.
2, 1. Round 2.
And Mario as well, switching off to Junkrat. Now raining some grenades down. Hanzo is going after the Junkrat, targeting them. Barry Benson cut off by that shield, going after Mario and able to pick him off with the Storm Arrows. Point unlocks in 3, 2, 1. No one on point, though, for either team, so it's going to stay uncontested for now, though Arcadia holds the advantage here early. Still no one on point, as they're targeting Crits instead. Let's see if anyone decides to fall back and take control. Doesn't look like it. Interesting strategy. Now they will fall back. No, they're going to leave it uncontested. a very interesting setup for how they want to play this. And now they go back. They will tap point, and the ticker will begin to move. Stargazer with a pulse bomb, able to pick off two, Audie and Marcus, now getting Kelgi as well. Stargazer causing a lot of issues here on the Tracer. Stargazer wants to go left side, but St. Rose read that and is going to go that way as well. Putting some damage in. Crits has made it their responsibility, but he recalls Stargazer gets almost all their health back as Benson pits off 1 and 2, and Fuffy gets 2 as well with the Fire Strike. Mario on point, or just off a point, trying to stay alive. Made some noise here. Almost booped off into the trains. Can't get it down in time. Stargazer is trapped, but healed back up before the damage is too severe. They will heal back up, and St. Rose will have to regroup once again. 50% on the objective here. Stargazer recalled to avoid the recall. Now Stitz. Almost stuffed Marcus. It just fell. Or Audie, not Marcus, excuse me. Finn does take out Kelgi, though. Now Coalescence pop from Audie. Now Crits goes with the Flutz, able to lift up 2. Stargazer is able to pick off Nachi in that time. Another kill for the Tracer. Now Dragon comes out. Barry Benson with 2 of their own, as well as a sound barrier pop from Slays. They might not have needed it, though. Stargazer with another pick, this time on Audie. 80% on the objective. Stargazer has taken this thing over. Now Junkrat throws out a tire. Stargazer was looking for it, but was caught up. But Barry Benson shoots it down before it becomes an issue. Audie taken out by Barry Benson as well. Marcus is able to take out Fuffy. That is a main tank down for the Knights. Barry Benson still doing some damage, but 98%. Somebody's going to have to touch. We'll see if they get there in time. Somebody is on point. It looks like it's Mario. Mario and Crits. Now Sound Barrier comes out. That saved the fight there. Nachi does have Death Blossom. Not able to use it yet. They're grabbed together. Now Fuffy going in and is boosted away before it becomes an issue. Fuffy super low. Oh, and they're able to get it as he activated the ult, so no value coming there from the Earth Shatter. St. Rose takes control of the point, and they will begin their control at 7% now and climbing. Nice play there, being able to take out Fuffy right after the ultimate was activated. So he loses Earth Shatter and gets nothing from it. 3 ultimates online for the Golden Knights and 2 for Arcadia. And that's 2 DPS ultimates as well, so something to keep an eye on here. Stargazer tries to go around, but Crits stops that immediately. Crits on the Wrecking Ball. Does have Mines, able to stick, but no kill coming from Barry Benson with 2. Now Nachi going with the Death Blossom, not able to get any pits, but scares off most of the team. But now the rest are on point. Finn with the Elim there. Fuffy gets 1 as well. And Marcus is able to touch, but it was right after Arcadia took control right back, and they will take the first map of this matchup. Coming out of the gate strong and holding it from there, Arcadia takes a 1-0 lead, and we will be right back.
Traveling to Dorado. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Welcome back to map number 2 of our St. Rose Arcadia Team B's matchup. We do find ourselves on Dorado. We do see a couple changes coming for the Golden Knights as Clutch and Bone Jangles make their way in for St. Rose. And as you will notice, the teams at the top of your screen have switched. Arcadia is blue in the top left. They will start out on defense here and run a bit of a bunker comp. St. Rose going for basically a mirror, but the one switch being the May instead of the Hanzo. Enough talk, let's get things started here on Dorado. Arcadia will let them take it around the first corner. St. Rose prepared for this. They're ready for it. As the cart will turn. Shield taken out immediately. Barry Benson takes out Nachi. Bastion is down, but healed or rezzed back up by Audi. Immortality Field is taken out. That was Bone Jangles. Nachi was taken out after the res. Barry Benson with another pit, this time on Bone Jangles. And they will have to work their way around the corner as they were walled off. And the Barry Benson again with 2 pits, this time on Crits and Mario. St. Rose will have to regroup once again. Going after Clutch this time. Clutch halted back, fortifies, but unable to get them. Barry Benson once again with the Storm Arrows this time. Going after Audi. Can't pit them off before they fall back. Hanzo off to a hot start here. Already at 86% on their ultimate. Stargazer at 78 as well. They are closest in the match. Dragon Arrows are ready. Doesn't look like they're going to use it yet. Instead, go with the Sonar Arrow. Maywall goes up, so Hanzo will have to relocate. Going after Nachi, who puts a ton of damage, and Barry Benson will have to fall back. Nachi has to Wraith out of there, and does. Barry Benson may hold off once again. This time Stargazer with 2 pits on Clutch and Nachi. Audi brings Clutch back into the fight. Mario takes out the Immortality Field from Arcadia. Accretion can't take out Stargazer, but Stargazer takes out Crits. Now frozen up, but nothing following up from that. Mario with another Maywall, saving a bit of damage there. Now freezes Finn, the Sigma. Going after Fuff and Slays. Can't do it. They do have Blizzard. Just going to have to freeze themselves to minimize as both teams get set once again. Barry Benson takes out Bone Jangles, and Audi is forced to use Res early in this fight. So they do get their hero back in there, but 4 ultimates online for Arcadia. Blizzard is out from Mario, though. This is their chance to capitalize. The Immortality Field got thrown out, though, and it was behind the Maywall. Now Barry Benson takes out Clutch again. Stargazer enters ultimate and takes out Mario. The Immortality Field and the Amplification Matrix are thrown out. Might be too little too late, though. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that. Bone Jangles and Crits did 2 pits. And Slays bring 2 dueling reses there. They both bring players back into the fight. Stargazer is frozen as they were throwing some damage on so low, but able to escape and heal themselves back up. Crits is able to lift everyone up and drop them back down, but 3 pits there from the Golden Knights, showing signs here of a good push. Immortality Field also thrown out from Bone Jangles, but they're past that now, approaching that first checkpoint. Looks like Arcadia may wait. Looks like, yep, they are going to let the Golden Knights take the first checkpoint here with 3:15 to go to get us to the next one. Fuffy takes out Mario early in the fight. Clutch does have Supercharger, but looks like they're going to hold it for now. Barrier is out and immediately shredded. Nachi does have Death Blossom. Waiting for it. Now has it. Here's the moment. Doesn't use it though as they're trying to shred through all the barriers and has to Wraith out of there. Now here come the ultimates for Arcadia. Dragon arrows are out, but the immortality field is out as well. It saves most of their lives. Taken out now. And crits also attrition. Fuffy's supercharger. Audie brings Clutch back into the fight, but Barry Benson pits off Audie. We see the Hanzo going to work. Amplification Matrix out from the Golden Knights. Now the immortality field is also taken out. Slays brings Stargazer back into the fight. Barry Benson is super low on health. Has to be Maywalled off, but now healed back up. Golden Knights will continue to move the cart. But Bone Jangles is off of it currently. The cart is stalled. Now it's moved back up. They're targeting Barry Benson, the Hanzo, who has to fall back, being targeted by the Mei. Able to escape, and now can't. Mario pits them off. Nachi does still have Death Blossom, and Mario has Blizzard. 2 huge ultimates, but we do have 4 on the other side for Arcadia. And let's get things going here. Fuffy falls early from the attrition from crits. Immortality field is out from the Golden Knights. They wall off Finn, who's taken out, now going after the Bastion. Stargazer taken out. St. Rose really turning things around here. The res is out, and they can't get it. Audie takes out Slays. Mercy on Mercy violence. Barry Benson does have Dragon Arrows once again. Stargazer does have Tank Configuration, and Finn has Draft Flux. But at the same time, we see 5 ultimates online from the Golden Knights. This could be a huge last chunk of the battle here. We'll see which ultimates get used and when. We'll keep an eye on Nachi for now. Amplification Matrix are out. Bunch of Qs being pressed now. Immortality field is out, able to save pretty much everyone, but crits does fall. Stargazer also taken out though. Kinetic Grasp from Finn saves most of the Death Blossom. Bone Jangles, Clutch, and Audie also made pits. Fuffy's brought back into it. St. Rose cleans this up. Fuffy, last one standing behind with the supercharger, has to drop it. They're going to take that out immediately. The cart will get to the point with 2:10 remaining in the time bank. A nice push there from the Golden Knights at the end.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Right when things looked a little bleak for the Golden Knights, they were able to turn it around with ease, able to keep that cart going all the way to the end with 2:10 remaining, and we'll see how Arcadia decides to make their offensive push here. Nice first round on Dorado for both teams, but the Golden Knights are able to get the payload all the way to the end.
Ready for battle.
Here on defense, we do see the Golden Knights also running bunker comp. We saw it work very well on the first choke for Arcadia. We'll see if St. Rose has the same success there. St. Rose obviously eventually able to push through, but they looked good holding at the beginning. See if the Golden Knights can replicate that success. As Nachi gets set up on their perch, shield is out, and Nachi will get ready to go to work. On the other side, we see a bit of a similar setup. Ardite going with the Moira and Barry Benson staying on the Hanzo, of course. After a good first round from them, Hanzo is up top, shredding the shield. Now the double barrier is thrown out to preserve, as Orisa will have to build that barrier back up. Immortality field also thrown out, but Stargazer takes that out. We'll take a look at Barry Benson here. Halted together. Clutch falls at the hands of Barry Benson. Audie goes for the res and able to get it. Clutch is back up. Audie taken out immediately after, but the Mercy for Arcadia taken down as well. The Bastions are going nuts here. Barry Benson taken out, really overextended there. Both supports are down for the Golden Knights, so the tanks are taking on the fight and will push Finn back to spawn. Now they get ready, as here come the Knights. St. Rose makes their way back from spawn. Stargazer, the only one with ultimate. Tank configuration is online, and they will enter turret mode behind the shield as the cart is still being moved up. But this time it's Crits that's able to grasp. They do go into ultimate, but frozen right away by Mario. Mario's taking his responsibility for this one. Barry Benson taking out Bastion as well. That's not G. Stargazer also able to take out Audi. The Immortality Field taken out as well. Barry Benson does have ultimate, but doesn't need to use it yet. Clutch falls. Fluffy takes out Bone Jangles. Crits also taken out at the end. Cart will move, and we'll get to the first point here on Dorado. Barry Benson does still have ultimate. Fluffy as well. Crits with grab flutz, which can be bait. Going after the Nachi, but the Immortality Field saves their life. But Barry Benson will take that out immediately. Being healed back up is Nachi, but Barry Benson takes a couple hits. It's down to 50, but stays up. Looking for some healing, but not going to find it. Now finds it at the hands of Slays, the Mercy. Stargazer is taken out very early, but now both Bastions are down. 6 ultimates online for the Golden Knights, just 3 for Arcadia. Slays is low and falls at the end of Crits, but Barry Benson with another pick, another 2, taking out Bone Jangles and Clutch. And Crits falls to Finn as well. Cart will continue to move. Still, though, 6 ultimates online for the Golden Knights. Can really turn this around and hold things before they get too big to overcome. But we'll see if they decide to devote pretty much all of them to one fight or if they're going to stagger it out. We'll see how the Golden Knights decide to handle this one as Barry Benson is shredding the Orisa shield that was just put down. Now going after Crits, the Sigma. They're halted together behind the barrier. Immortality Field is out as well. Stargazer does fall, so that's a big hit for them. But Crits is taken out mid-animation. Nachi takes out Slays, though. Barry Benson with a 10 kill streak taking out Audi. Nachi takes out Finn, though. Pretty even fight, 2 down for each side. Bone Jangles and Nachi both very low, but heal back up now going after Mario. Clutch is up there as well. Immortality Field thrown out, but taken out pretty much immediately as the main wall went up to minimize damage from the front, but Barry Benson still on the side. We're looking to target him. He wants to target the Mercy, and Barry Benson will concede first and fall back. Only 1, now 2 ultimates used for the Golden Knights. Grab Flutz and Valkyrie just finished. Fluffy taken out early. Stargazer does take out Mario, though. So each Bastion with a pick. Dragon Arrows do come out, but the Immortality Field is thrown out. So a nice save there from Bone Jangles. Slays brings Fluffy back into it. Grab Flutz is out, and it takes nobody out. Finn falls to Clutch. Barry Benson still at the top. Stargazer went into ultimate and takes out Mario. Now in behind with a triple, and Barry Benson taking out Nachi as well. The 2 DPS for Arcadia going nuts here. They take out Clutch as well, a glorified team kill. They do hit the second checkpoint. 3 ultimates online for the Golden Knights, and Fluffy has the 1 for Arcadia. The Knights will get set on defense, run the same composition. Arcadia as well. So no changes being made to either side there. Nachi sets up right on point. Crits goes into Draft Flutz, lifts them up before he dies. Stargazer and Fluffy get pits of their own. Fluffy is pushing up, though. Still has Supercharger, too. Hasn't used that yet. Blizzard is down from Mario, but it doesn't matter. 4 pits from Arcadia there. St. Rose is going to have to hurry back. Ultimate is out from Barry Benson. Crits falls early. And the cart will get to the end with 250 to go in the time bank in evenly matched first 2 rounds. We will go into extra rounds here, tied 3-3.
Initiating match. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
As we get set here in the extra round, St. Rose will go on the attack first, and Arcadia will continue to rock the bunker around the first corner. Stargazer stays on Bastion and sets up top. Barry Benson staying on the Hanzo as well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's exactly what they're doing. St. Rose gets ready to push here. We do see Mario switching to Pharah and looking to break up that bunker comp early, but getting shredded by the Bastion. Audi has to heal back up. Audi low themselves. Stargazer takes out Nachi, so one Bastion down. Mario looking for the other one, but Immortality Field is forced. Looking to take it out now. It's low, but still up. And now taken out. Looking to get the barrier as well. Stargazer is taken out of position. Barry Benson as well. Arcadia is going to have to fall back as the cart continues to move for the Golden Knights. Crits right on the front line. Misses the accretion as it hits the shield. Was going after Fuffy. They're halted above the shield. Now Finn enters grasp. Crits follow suit. Immortality Field taken out by Nachi. Mario still doing damage from above, being targeted by Barry Benson, but he's missing the shots on that. Nachi takes out Stargazer, the Bastion. That is huge for the Golden Knights. They're halted together, but they're able to get the ultimate. Now the barrage out from Mario, able to pick off two, but Stargazer pits them off. Crits pits off Fuffy as well. Stargazer's going to fall back. Healing does have ultimate. See if they're not going to use it here. They were sought out at the last second. Crits is really going after Stargazer here. Now stunned by the accretion and takes out Crits early on. They're going to have to wait for their DPS to get back. And we do see Barry Benson switching from Hanzo to McCree. Could be a big move here. Switching from what had worked. See Erudite putting some healing in. Crits does have ultimate. Stargazer makes their way back in. Still has ultimate though, so didn't need to waste that last fight. As the overtime clock is coming closer to the end. Keep in mind overtime rules will apply, of course. Stargazer halted out of shield at 60% now with the Immortality Field thrown out. Amplification Matrix as well, but Nachi takes out Stargazer. Barry Benson with a pick as well. Slays falls. Erudite trying to heal Barry Benson back up. Finn had to use Grab Flutz, but they get back on point before the end of the contest. Finn falls at the end. Nachi does have ultimate. Audi is in Valkyrie right now, and Clutch has Supercharger as well. Stargazer does enter ultimate and taken out immediately. Ultimate did not last long. Is rezzed though. Nice res by Slays, unable to get them so low. Mario does go into ultimate, able to pick off Stargazer, the Bastion, and they already used the res, so they're not able to bring him back up. Barry Benson does have Deadeye. So we'll see how they decide to use it. Going after Audi, the Mercy lands a couple shots, but that's all they can get. We do see Stargazer switching to Sombra, which is a very interesting pick for them. Not in behind yet, looking to hack. The Far able to get Mario. Audi's going to have to go back down to heal back up. Barry Benson still with Deadeye. Mario takes out the Immortality Field. Barry Benson looking for two. Able to pick off Mario and Audi. The Far Mercy comp is down. Stargazer takes out the Immortality Field as Fuffy also takes out Nachi. Supercharger down as well. It's going to come down to the two tanks and Bone Jangles. Bone Jangles is stunned and taken out. Crits on the cart, still contesting, unable to get it. That will end overtime on the Golden Knights push, able to get it through two checkpoints. 66.47 meters on the second one. And we'll see how Arcadia sets up on attack, looking to beat that mark with just a little more time than the Golden Knights had.
Initiating match. Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
As we get set here for the second extra round here on Dorado, we see St. Rose set up on defense. They will run bunker. We do see Barry Benson going back to the Hanzo. Stargazer sticking with the Bastion. The attrition comes out. It's a little long. Now the attrition out from St. Rose as well. Lifted up by the Maywall, isolated from the rest of the team. Now Barry Benson putting damage on from the rooftop. Erudite's Immortality Field is taken out though. Big loss there. Nachi taken out. Immortality Field out just a little late. Unable to save Nachi, but the res comes out. Crits takes out Stargazer, the Bastion. But again, the Bastion brought back in, so both reses used on Bastions. Stargazer taken out by Nachi. Amplification Matrix out from Bone Jangles as well, so Nachi gets to go to work. 3 pits there in total after the Amplification Matrix came out as well. Erudite does have Amp Matrix of their own, only Ultimate Online. We do see Stargazer switching off the Bastion and going to Sombra once again now that they got it around that first corner almost. Well, I guess they got it around the first. Second one's next. Math is fun. As they make their way back to cart, Nachi sets up once again behind the barrier. Now Sigma barrier is out and shredded immediately, halted above, and damage is done. Nachi does have ultimate, doesn't need to use it yet though. They wall off most. Amplification Matrix this time from Arcadia. Nachi is low, but the Immortality Field is out, so they get healed right back up. Barry Benson goes with ultimate. It's right as the Immortality Field ends. Barry Benson takes out Nachi after all that. Audi gets the res off as Barry Benson was frozen by Mario. A nice play there by Mario, able to extend his team's life with 1:05 to go on the overtime clock. Fuffy taken out by Clutch with the help of Mario. Mario does have ultimate. Crits, Nachi, and Audi follow suit there. Bone Jangles and Clutch are close, but Fuffy is very close to Supercharger. We do see Erudite this time switching from the Baptiste to the Moira. Stargazer sticking on Sombra. Unsure if they're going to be able to get the EMP built up in time. Fuffy has Supercharger now, but doesn't need to use it. Valkyrie is popped by Audi. Nachi pits off the Hanzo. Barry Benson Supercharger dropped by Arcadia. Stargazer up top. Slays brings Barry Benson back in the fight, but Fuffy's fallen. Stargazer as well. Bone Jangles with 2, and Nachi pits off Finn as well. Hanzo on the left-hand side. Barry Benson, he falls. 4 ultimates still for the Golden Knights. Mario still with Blizzard. Nachi with ultimate. Crits and Clutch, the dual tanked also with ultimates. Erudite falls early. That's a a healer down. Clutch drops Supercharger. Nachi is in the Immortality Field and hit by the Supercharger. He's gonna go to work. Fuffy falls early. Still on point now as Barry Benson does take out the Immortality Field. Audi goes and falls to Barry Benson. Lifted up. We'll see if Nachi can survive this. They do take a bunch of damage, but stays up. Barry Benson pits off Mario as well, but the Blizzard is thrown out. Still on cart, though. Nachi putting damage on from ultimate form. Another dragon from the Hanzo. Barry Benson pits off Nachi. Fuffy and Barry Benson with more pits there. Cart will continue to move, getting closer to that second checkpoint. We do see Fuffy staying on the Wrecking Ball as the cart gets to the next objective. Keep in mind, overtime clock is in effect. Something to keep an eye on, though, is Stargazer with the EMP. Could be big with crits, though. Does have grab floods. Lifted up by crits, thrown back down. Stargazer lives though. Translocator looks like it hit the corner and lands back on cart. Stargazer might be looking for the EMP, doesn't go for it. This time pits off Bone Jangles, going after Nachi. Stays up though, now the EMP is thrown out. Clutch takes out Stargazer, but Erudite takes out Mario. Sound barrier thrown out by Slays as well. Immortality Field comes out from Bone Jangles, but they stay up. Bone Jangles does have Implication Matrix and does use it. Another Dragon Arrow from Barry Benson. Audie brings Nachi back into the fight, but Nachi falls right after. Barry Benson is low, but healed back up right before they fall. Cart is still moving. Another ultimate for crits that was built up so quickly, but taken out mid-animation by Barry Benson. Mario on Cart now, throws up the Maywall, now freezes themselves. Immortality Field thrown out, but taken out. So you see Barry Benson continue to do some damage. Clutch takes out Stargazer, though. That's a big pick as their main damage dealer is down. Mario throws out a Blizzard. Freezes themselves off as well. Finn is frozen. Slays is frozen. Taken out as well. St. Rose will hold on and win Dorado to tie this match up at 1-1. A nice hold there just around the corner. Mario's Blizzard came in clutch there for the cleanup at the end. A highly contested match here on Dorado. Great plays by both teams, but St. Rose pulls it out in the end to tie it up 1-1. We will be right back.
Epic.
Nice and easy. Just how I like it.
Welcome to Hollywood. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Welcome back to map number 3 here between St. Rose and Arcadia. Arcadia will start out on the attack. You'll notice the teams have switched sides once again. At the end of the match, the team names will be reversed, so don't panic. You're not doing crazy, at least for that. As we see, St. Rose sets up on defense. We'll see how they decide to set up. We'll run bunker once again, setting up back on point. Mario Stitz on the Mei. Bones Angels going with the Ana play. We also see Audi and Crits coming out for Kelgi and Marcus. And things will get going here. As Slays is tailing Stargazer, the Pharah. Looks like they're going around the right-hand side. 4 Knights for Arcadia. Meanwhile, the Pharah and Mercy are off to the left-hand side behind the Sigma barrier. Here they come. Fuffy throws a Fire Strike in there. They're going under as they leave point. Immortality Field is thrown out, though, as well as the nade from Bone Jangles. Healing everyone back up. Barry Benson takes out Marcus. Barry Benson putting in some damage, going after Mario the Mei, who freezes and now is taken out by Stargazer, the Pharah. Finn takes out Nachi as well. Clutch falls. And that will be the payload secured by the Knights. Stargazer putting in some damage, being healed back up by Slays. And we'll avoid falling there. Still taking some damage though from Bone Jangles, the Ana. Marcus is a bit low. Healing the rest of his team back up. Nachi is on point, shredding through the shields. Does have tank configuration. Stargazer is at Barrage now. Going around to the right-hand side along with Fuffy. Here comes Stargazer as St. Rose is falling back. Could see a Barrage come out here, but is going to hold it as Clutch throws a barrier out. Bone Jangle's trying to do some healing, but being targeted by Stargazer and takes them out in the end as Barry Benson takes out Marcus's Immortality Field as well. Now the Dragon Arrows come out from Barry Benson, takes out Mario, who switched to Soldier. Erudite is able to also take out Kelgi. Now Fuffy takes out Clutch. Nachi still with Ultimate Marcus as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Erudite, Stargazer, and Slays. Nachi taking damage. Now going with the Barrage. Falls after using it, but res back up by Slays. They were unable to prevent that one. Stargazer is low. Nachi is set up behind shield, now has to fall back. Gets the health back just in time as Fuffy takes out Marcus the Baptiste. Three ultimates for the Golden Knights and 2 for Arcadia. As Stargazer continues to put in damage, Nachi takes out Slays the Mercy. Now just the Pharah stands from the Pharah and Mercy. They do a bit of trading here. Fuffy with 2 at the end on the Fire Strike. Erudite takes out 1 with the Coalescence as well. Fuffy does still have Earth Shatter, but the Golden Knights have 4 ultimates online. As Nachi sets up, he doesn't have a barrier though. Nachi falls at the hands of Barry Benson early on in the fight. And Barry Benson falls on his own as they're lifted up by Clutch. Slams him back down, but Slays has to use the res. on Barry Benson, but Clutch takes them out anyway. Then Telgi falls after throwing down the Supercharger. Fuffy low, but able to get a pit at the end as Nachi falls. And Arcadia will get the cart to the end with 4:14 remaining in the time bank. St. Rose will go on the attack now and try to turn it around.
To 3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Arcadia will get set on defense here, running the same strategy as the Golden Knights did on defense. Stargazer buried in behind the double barriers, and they'll get started early. They're pushing right to point. Maywall is up to try to minimize the damage. Now they're going in behind, going in underneath. Fuffy drops down and throws a barrier. Barry Benson is able to pick off Clutch though, and Bone Jangles as well, but Mario takes out Arcadia. Fuffy and Barry Benson with 2 more pits at the end. Nachi just trying to hold on. Mario as well, and they will fall. Regroup for another push. Getting very aggressive there on that first push, amping up to point. We'll see how they adjust their strategy here. Barry Benson already at 81% ultimate for the McCree, so getting close to that Deadeye. We'll see how St. Rose changes things up here. Nachi teleporting underneath. Not sure if he was detected. Doesn't look like he was, but now stunned by Barry Benson. He has to wraith out of there. St. Rose pushing up to the high ground, though, so they push Arcadia down, 2 down below. Stargazer taking some damage. Deadeye is activated, able to pick off 2, Marcus and Nachi. Clutch putting in some damage as Stargazer takes out Mario, though. Creation out from Clutch, unable to get anybody with it. Bone Jangle's trying to heal Telgi back up. And Telgi falls at the end. Bone Jangle's close to Coalescence. Stargazer still raining some damage down, now able to shred through 1 barrier. 2:10 to go to secure the payload. Plenty of time for the Golden Knights. 2 ultimates about to be online. The Amp Matrix, and coming up right here, the tank configuration. Mario touched for a second, but then freezes themselves off. Attrition right away, halted. Oh, just bullying there on Mario as Stargazer finishes it off. .145 to go. St. Rose regroups once again. 3 ultimates online for Arcadia, just 1 for the Golden Knights. That's Bone Jangles with Coalescence. Looks like Clutch Sigma going in on the right-hand side. Barrier falls, but the grasp comes out immediately. Stargazer is stunned and falls at the end. A nice wall there, but they're going to go for the res, and Slace is able to get it off. Clutch with grab flots able to pick up 4. A triple off the grab flots for Clutch. Coming in Clutch as Stargazer goes with the ultimate. Is a bit low. Now Kinetic Grasp is out. Stargazer falls. Finn, the last one standing. Frozen and taken out. and it looks like they will take control of the payload and begin the escort process. Nice push there from the Golden Knights at the end. Big ultimate there from Clutch.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
3 ultimates online for the Golden Knights, being Sound Barrier, Blizzard, and Supercharger. Just 1 for Arcadia, that being Valkyrie. Mario taking a bunch of damage and has to freeze themselves off to minimize that. He'll back up to full health though. Marcus does have Sound Barrier, but no real reason to use it yet. Now things getting a bit hairy as the Supercharger does come out though. They are going to push up. Blizzard is thrown out as well. Kinetic Grasp just a little late. Barry Benson pits off 3 with Deadeye. Blizzard still out though. Bone Jangles pits off 1. Barry Benson falls to, Barry Benson takes out Telgi, excuse me. Mario was going after Stargazer but unable to get it. Stargazer gets back up to full health. Barry Benson with another pick. St. Rose will regroup with 2:15 to go. Still plenty of time to get that cart to the next objective. Looks like Arcadia is setting up in a different spot this time. We'll see how high they decide to go. Stargazer does have ultimate now. Built that up very quickly. Marcus and Nachi have theirs for the Golden Knights. See Slay's also still holding on to Valkyrie. That's been there for a while. Barry Benson taking some damage, but still holding on. Nachi has been spotted by Barry Benson, now stunned and taken out. He was going in for the flank behind, but Barry Benson read it. Now Marcus in, trying to heal up the rest of their team, who's taking a ton of damage from Stargazer. He's lifted up. The angles are cut off for now. Mario is taken out and drops the Sound Barrier. Clutch with another grab flux, but unable to get any pits off of that. The attrition is out, though. They're in behind their shield. Stargazer still putting damage in, shredding through Clutch's barrier. Super low and then falls at the end. We'll see if they go for the res. It looks like they will, and they'll get it off. Slays with the res as Clutch falls at the end. Nachi does have ultimate. Unable to get it as Barry Benson with another pick. This time on Nachi with 1:05 to go.
My ultimate is ready. Saddle up. You're fully healed.
60 seconds remaining.
Barry Benson and the rest of the Knights for Arcadia with 5 total ultimates as Stargazer uses theirs, takes out Bone Jangles as well. Now dropping in on the fight, takes out Marcus. That's both healers down. Mario as well, putting in some damage as Nachi looking to finish him off, and they're able to do it. Oh, wow, Theodore, I didn't see you there. With 15 seconds.
What have I missed?
Yes, it's been a great one. We've seen a lot of damage, a lot of big plays from both sides, and it will come down to the Golden Knights' last push here, but they do have one big Q push left. It is Nachi and the Death Blossom. He's going right in, able to use it, booped away, but the Immortality Field is out. He's taking out Finn, though. Ooh. I already made that joke. You can't make that joke again.
Oh, hey, but it broke, don't fix it. However, that Bastion fire has just been so heavy for the Golden Knights.
And that will do it, as we do see, like I said, team names are flipped. You're not going crazy. I am. Arcadia will take Hollywood here, and the 2-1 lead in the match. As we see Barry Benson on that McCree with the play of the game. And with that, we will be right back.
It seems we have a consensus.
Entering the Temple of Anubis. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Welcome back to map number 4 here. We find ourselves at Temple of Anubis. We don't find ourselves here often, but we're always in for a fun time when we do. It is match point for Arcadia. Ted, you've been here about 5 seconds, so I figured I'd ask you. If you're the Golden Knights and you need to make a change, what kind of changes are you looking to make, especially here on the infamous Temple of Anubis?
Well, from what I saw on the last match, there was just a lot of oppressive fire coming from the Arcadia Knights, especially from that very, very high IQ Bastion. So if I was the Golden Knights, I'd want to just make sure to use your resources conservatively, but also try to force out the resources from the Arcadian Knight supports. We saw last match that Death Blossom was kind of shut down because of the Brutality Field and the Deadeye coming out from Degree. However, it appears that the Golden Knights are going to hit the ground running.
Yeah, it looks like they're going very aggressive.
Right. Very interesting approach.
They're going way up toward the top.
Taking the high ground.
We'll see as Bone Jangles gets ready. Still can't amp it up, just trying to heal everybody back up. As we see Arcadia slowly falling back to the objective. They will set up right on top. They don't have a Bastion though, so it's going to be Nachi and Mario doing the bulk of the damage. As we see Mario freeze themselves off on the point. Stunned by the flashbang, but able to escape with their life.
Coming out from the Arcadian Knights, so the Gold Knights can utilize this extension of the resource management here. They should be able to push in. Never seen that in space. A magnificent push leading to a 5K.
Nice push there from the Golden Knights, able to push through the defense for Arcadia. They will take that point and have a whopping 5:45 in the time bank to take objective B.
Sometimes unorthodox is exactly what you need for a comeback. That was a magnificent play there. We saw them force out those resources from the Arcadian Knights. Those walls coming out from Mario really dislocated the Bastion from whatever positioning they were trying to set up just to lay down some heavy fire. And once we saw those resources come out, another very aggressive
Oh, it
wall.
goes in the ultimate though. That could be big.
Here, they get some picks out of there. Reaper trying to come from behind, beats a tank right in the face. Stargate is staying up, will get a pick off of the Golden Knights DPS. Solo off Deadeye, however, that'll force out a gravitational flux coming out from
Ooh, unable to throw out the blizzard before they fell. Fluffy takes out Mario. So you see crits on point, going in behind, or trying to at least, but the barrier is doing a great job protecting most of the team as Stargazer is able to get 2 hits. Crits falls at the end. St. Rose will regroup for another push. That one only took a minute though. They still have 4:40 to go.
However, with this reset, we do find the Arcadian Knights now have the time to set up exactly how they want with their bunker bomb. We do see them soon be coming up on another tank mode by Stargazer, as well as a whole hog from Finn. And not far behind will be another Deadeye. And with Fluffy already online with Supercharger,
Oh, blizzard down.
immediate blizzard to start off the team fight. And another unorthodox approach coming in from the left side this time. Stargazer is frozen. Oliver doing a good job just trying to keep everyone topped up while staying away from enemy fire from high ground. However, it won't be enough as 3, nearly 4 of the Arcadian Knights fall down. Nachi holding on to Death Blossom until that last crucial moment. As the supports fall, we do see a switch from Fluffy over to Rat. Just trying for a last second contest here. Another 45 coming out, just trying to take as long as possible. Fluffy has made it to point just to try to diminish the amount of value the Golden Knights will get out from this team fight. It's forcing a bit of a split off for the Golden Knights DPS. Doing a good job staying in place, trying to avoid that head headshot hitbox won't be enough. And even better fire coming out from the Golden Knights. We do see Nachi is still holding on to Death Blossom, but we do see 3 of the Arcadia Knights out of play. However, Finn does have Bullhog. This would be exactly what the Arcadia Knights need to get this momentum back. We do see Supercharger coming out, and another sound barrier coming out from Bojang. Very critical, forcing Finn to collapse down. We do see this may be it, the final push. We do see a contest here as Otterite goes down and the Golden Knights clean up, and a nice show-off Death Blossom for the cleanup. Beautiful comeback by the Golden Knights. Very well played by both teams.
With a ton of time left in the time bank. 3:03 remaining. As we saw last round, Arcadia made a very quick cap and have a lot of time left in the time bank. I want to say it was like 4 minutes, 15 seconds. But this time, St. Rose turns it around on the head, and they did a quick cap of their own, and will set up on defense here as Arcadia gets set for the attack here on Temple of Anubis.
One thing the Golden Knights may not have going for them for this match will be the element of surprise. We saw a very unconventional approach for first point, and sort of a more unconventional approach on the second point too, deciding to come from the left rather than down main or down
Right,
the cover.
right.
I really do believe that took the Arcadia Knights for a bit of a loop, and that's what allowed the Golden Knights to ride that momentum and the element of confusion to get this first match. But we do see Fluffy back on Hammond. So this will be a very interesting accident.
Ah.
Oh, they may have spoken too soon. They heard me all the way from afar. We see a substitute Diva and a Winston.
Okay.
Shield meta. They're getting prepped early.
Oh no, I'm so upset to see that meta go. Darn. I don't know. I was a Sigma main. It's fine. That ship sailed. R.I.P. Sigma main 2019 to 2019. But I did still play him for a couple more weeks anyway. Yeah. We'll see. So like you had said, the element of surprise. It's hard to play the element of surprise on defense. Let's take a look at what they're doing. Typical bunker comp. But it looks like, as you said, Arcadia going with the dive comp, but going the left-hand side. Stargazer already there, the Tracer. We saw him cause a lot of trouble earlier. Just books it right to point and take it out immediately. My goodness. Oh, out of map. Uh-oh. 3:05 remaining just to capture point A. Again, plenty of time, especially on Anubis. Getting back to point pretty quickly. Maywell goes up. Just fun. Just the best. As Mario throws it down. But Stargazer with the melee kill on Audi the Ana.
We did see Audi just kind of split off to the left here as the rest of the ball lines kind of stay together, which does make sense with Ana being a long range killer. However, Stargazer is able to download that setup very easily.
Can't recall.
Very quickly. Going for it will eventually takes advantage of the play. But the goal lines are still down on the score. We'll see ultimates coming out. We'll see the Implication Matrix of Blizzard on top of the Gravitational Flux, and that will lead to a 3K off of the Arcadia Knights. Doing a good job here. Fuffy now down for the count. Not huge. She's having much working time up here on the high ground. Safe and stuck behind a recent shield. Not very often we see a shield actually facing one hero on Anubis.
Yeah, we did see a lot of resources coming out from the Golden Knights side, but we still see them with 2 ultimates, Clutch and Nachi. Meanwhile, Barry Benson does have the Riptire, and Stargazer now with Pulse Bomb as well. We saw Stargazer going on the bat side without being noticed, this time very noticed, going in on the left, as the rest of the team is coming down main, it looks like. Oh, it gets the Immortality Field, though. A nice save by Bone Jangles. Great save. Riptire is out. It takes out Mario and Nachi. Barry Benson getting 2 pits there.
That was actually brilliant by the Arcadia Knights. They saw the pulse bomb that was hoping only would be picked. However, it did force the Arcadia field out from the map,
Right.
which allowed an ample opportunity for Junkrat to pop his ult, get in, and land some critical value for the Arcadia Knights. We'll see here if the Golden Knights decide to contest, we'll just let point 1 go to the Arcadia Knights. It appears that's what they will be going for.
Yep.
And we'll see Fluffy start to create some room up here with Diva Bomb online. We'll see what they use that
Also see Primal Rage online and Coalescence now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Nachi and Bone Angels could become best friends here in a couple seconds. See Amplification Matrix and the Tank Configuration both online. We'll keep an eye on Fuffy because I want to see that Diva Bomb as it's immediately back in the meta, apparently.
Now, from that range, Fluffy's primary fire won't have a lot of damage
Right.
output there. However, it is enough just to cause a bit of a distraction, just to draw enough of the Golden Knights fire away from main. However, it appears that the Arcadia Knights are starting to approach from the left side.
Well, they know he's there. Goes in, doesn't drop it yet. Just kind of tanking all the damage on point. Now out of Met, but able to use it just at the end, right before bailing, and pits off 4K for Fuffy.
Patience. Very well done there by Fluffy, getting a team kill off of that ultimate. Very nice.
We'll see if they get there.
It's been strong. Very bold. Very bold.
Nachi does enter ultimate, just trying to stall a little bit longer. Does take out Slays, though, so that's a healer down, but Barry Benson cleans it up from there after the sound barrier had to be used from the Golden Knights. That's 3 pits there at the end from Arcadia with 2 on point. We'll see if they can get back in time. Blizzard is thrown out on point. Crits falls as well as Clutch, so both are taken out. Mario throws it down. Now the Riptire is out. It takes out Mario with 1 on point now still. And now 3 on point. It's a much more even fight here. Stargazer does have Pulse Bomb. We'll see if they're able to pick off Audi, who's in Coalescence, and picked off at the end. Crits does activate. Gravitic Flux takes out Slay's healer down, but Stargazer pits them off. Still with Pulse Bomb, though. Hasn't really had to use it. Oh, and there's the pitch on Mario. Oh!
Really an iceberg there to prevent dying from that pulse bomb. Very nice. Not using a great job of stalling as long as possible on Bastion. Will fall eventually.
19 kill streak, jeez.
Very nice. Barry Benson holding on to dear life, and it will pay off as that enough fire on the Golden Knights will avail the Arcadia Knights enough time to finish the cap on point 2 of Anuis.
Back,
Game is tied.
yep, back-to-back maps of extra rounds. I have a cat to go home to, Theodore, and Overwatch to play, but I don't think either of those are happening right now. So we get set.
Here first, folks, Josh is C9ing his cat's food bowl, so we'll see how he'll use his meta knowledge.
My mom's daughter. She just won't be able to sleep in my bed, I guess. I hope the bed is blown up underneath this computer because I might need it at this point.
I hope season 20 finally introduces Jetpack Cat. I think it's time. I think the world is ready. We have Monkey, we have Hamster.
Yeah.
It's time for Cat.
I'll get Jeff on the line.
Waiting for Overwatch 2.
Aw. I can't wait that long.
That's true, that's true. But as we saw from that very interesting pulse bomb play, patience does pay off.
Let's not understate the play, though, made by Mario. I called that way too soon. Able to freeze himself off and cancel the Pulse Bomb effects. Just able to extend that fight a little bit longer. Obviously, St. Rose does have the advantage in terms of time bank, but we will see Arcadia go on the attack here. It's the Golden Knights set up with another bunker comp. Let's get right into it. Nachi, go to work.
Once again, the Golden Knights won't really have the element of surprise here to set it over. Fans on the left side, however, it appears that right side here. Very interesting as they're
Nice Maywall.
trying to download the same strategy used by the Golden Knights. However, a wall of very fair will prevent that from happening. You see Fifth Youth does fall for the Arcadia Knights. However, the other tank for the Knights will make their claim on the point here. Relatively uncontested so far. Sweeping in and out of the point. Barry Benson going for the high ground push, just trying to cause as much mayhem as possible, get that burst damage in. Fluffy does fall in place though. So we'll see now how Barry Benson's able to handle the situation in the St. Rose's back line.
I don't know if he's going to.
Picks off with support there, however, Marfur will come from behind and all that burst damage.
Pulse Bomb? Yep. It got stuck on the shield, though. The Immortality Field was thrown out, though. So they were prepared either way. Stargazer, got down to 4 health and is able to stay up. Slays takes out the Immortality Field. Amplification Matrix is out, though. Nachi, let's see it. Putting in damage as Finn is in behind. The Zarya taken out. Now going after.
Healing from the Coalescence just wasn't enough to make up for the amplified Bastion turret fire, shutting down half of the Arcadia Knights team, forcing in a lot of resources. Stargazer trying to go for a bit of a flank there, but Nachi will shut that down mighty quick. We do see Barry Benson does have Riptire online. We saw the last match Riptire created a tremendous amount of value out of the Golden Knights for the Arcadian Knights. We see Najee also has tank configuration online, so we'll see how this war of attrition resource management plays out into this next team fight. We do see an approach going in from the left, who's trying to make their way on top here.
Ooh. Yep.
Body, forcing out the tank configuration and the supercharger from the Golden Knights.
Overtime clock about to begin as well. Barry Benson.
Trade here. We do see both the tanks go down for the Arcadia Knights, but a tremendous rip tire by the Arcadia Knights will result in a 9-team kill for the Golden Knights. We'll see if they have enough time here to make their final contest here. We still enter the overtime clock. Appears they won't be able to as Arcadia Knights finish their cap here on point A.
Clock refreshes 2:30 seconds, but again, that's not much time, so they're going to have to keep someone on point. Keep in mind also, St. Rose has 3:03 left in the time bank once they go on the attack. Looks like they're going to the left side here on the attack, Barry Benson and crew. Walled off. And he does. Immortality Field again.
No other ultimates online to capitalize off of that. We do see two come out from the Golden Knights. A Blizzard and a Gravitational Flux resulting in 4 kills off of the Arcadia Knights. Make that 5. Fuffy for the immediate switch here over to Hammond.
They won't get it.
Contest, and that'll be game for the Golden Knights. Round 3 complete here.
A nice defensive hold on point B there from the Golden Knights. We saw another key immortality field from Bone Jangles. Man, Baptista's fun. And able to save the rest of the Golden Knights from that pulse bomb from Stargazer. We will switch the roles here. St. Rose will go on the attack. They do have to get point A and then just a tick on point B, but they do have a bit more time to work with. 3:03 remaining in the time bank. Do you picture for the Golden Knights maybe another push up to the right-hand side, or if you're Arcadia, do you expect something like that?
See, this is where it comes to a game of mental rock, paper, chicken. Yeah, rock, paper, chicken.
Wow.
Where if you go for, it's a bit of like, will they, won't they? Are they going to throw scissors? Are they going to go down main? Or are they going to be chicken?
Way to save it. Way to save it.
Games. I'm all about the recover jump. I'm all about the immortality field.
Yeah, you just threw that out at the end of that joke.
I'm on a 20-second cooldown for future.
Oh my gosh. Well, my bet is rocked, so let's see which way they decide to go.
Crits is on Sigma, so we could see some accretions here.
Oh my gosh. No, you're still on cooldown. You can't use that. They do go with a similar composition, though. Meanwhile, on the other side, we do see Fuffy going with the Roadhog. And Barry Benson switching from the hit stand, which has been so good this evening. It feels like we started like 3 hours ago. But Barry Benson has been great on the Hanzo, the McCree. We have seen him do well on Junkrat, though, so we'll see if they go well with May. It looks like they are going toward the right-hand side again, but Stargazer pits off their main tank, and they don't have a Mercy to heal this time, rocking the Lucio Moira. They're just going to have to wait for Clutch to get back. Yep.
Nice and tucked away in the corner here on point 1 behind a piece of shield. The rest of the Arcadia Knights just staying behind the shield as well. We do see a grab. It would have been a total disaster off of that shield there. Seeing a lot of damage coming out into the Stargazer and a wall just to smother all that impressive fire. Another wall coming out.
Well, behind.
Arcadia Knights tit for tatty with the resources.
Immortality Field did have to be used, though, to save Stargazer from Nachi. Now they're all crammed in behind it as it does expire at the end.
These walls have been so smothering both teams.
Oh, look at them all grouped up!
Oh, they're all grouped up. Bastion just falls, so that huge DPS is no longer present for the Arcadia Knights. The wall blocking off half of the team behind that point.
Oh my gosh.
There, erasing all
Rock.
that space between them and an accretion kill. You were right, Josh. It was Rock. Coalescence coming out now from Slays. We're going to pick up the Bone Jangles, but it won't be enough as Nachi's able to shut down that ultimate.
One
and
left.
Arcadia's tank to boot.
Oh, Barry Benson wanted to avoid every bit of that, but could not. Nachi about to come up on Death Blossom that make that 4 ultimates for the Golden Knights, just 2 for Arcadia, but Barry Benson has a big one in Blizzard. But again, a minute and a half to go. That's a minute more than Arcadia had. So let's keep an eye on how the Golden Knights decide to proceed here, and especially how Nachi wants to use that ultimate. 5 ultimates online. Mario, the lone man out. Again, just have to get 1 tick on the objective. Looks like
Defensively looking for the Golden Knights approach. Pierce will be going in from the left side, just trying to get some chip damage here with the secondary firewall coming out, just to shut down the Bastion fires that may be playing here on the objective. Fluffy throws the right of Blizzard. We do see Autoray coming down from the high ground.
Oh, sneaky.
Ooh, very,
Waiting
very
for that
sneaky.
immortality field. Hang on, still up. Still up. All right, it's down now, but we'll see if he decides. No, he's gonna wait. He's gonna wait. There's a 1v5.
However, he has been found out. Following oh, and the absolute lack of fear in his eyes. We do see it'll force out the shadow step as Baby Bunsen tries to come in and freeze Nachi. However, he is able to regroup with the rest of the team.
Yep.
I'm sure that dazzled the Arcadia Knights just a little bit. Nachi going back to his prime position.
25 seconds.
Push up. You see this may be the last push that the Golden Knights have available with less than 20 seconds on the clock. The 3 ultimates online though.
Yep.
However, does have Blizzard. This could be huge.
Oh, Blizzard out.
We do see it popping out. We'll see what they're able to get here. Stargazer does fall, so that
Another immortality field, though.
Shadowstep coming in, and the cleanup from the Death Blossom. A 3K there.
4. As well as the supercharger. And Audi finishes it off. St. Rose will take Anubis and tie this match up at 2 apiece. Ted, I have to go home at some point.
I do believe that the hype that's definitely going to pick up from my mic speaks for itself. A terrific comeback by the Golden Knights. Josh, I also have to go home. This is St. Rose, which is home. Period.
All right, you're back on cooldown.
But props to Puffy for each
Yes.
here. Just again, patience being a terrific virtue for the Arcadia.
52.
However, just that smothering fire. I'm sorry, 28k healing out of a 15-minute match as a Moira one trick.
Oh, you can heal as Moira. Ah,
More than the right click. Excuse me.
I wish someone told me this earlier. Anyway, we'll be right back for the deciding match.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Welcome back to Match Point here, the last match of the last day of the first season. And of course, it comes down to a 2-2 match point here on Lijiang Tower. We'll see as they get set on control. Remember, no draws here, so there will be a winner one way or another. Ted, I don't like putting you on the spot. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love it. Who's going to win?
So, either way, no matter who wins, this season is ending on a high note.
Okay,
We've
Boomer.
seen a lot of. Oh!
I'm
Throwing a
kidding.
lot of curveballs my way, but I gotta tell you, mister, that one stunk! Anyway, so obviously, I'm biased.
Yep.
I won't let my commentator bias comment.
Yes, you
yet.
will.
I won't count my Jeff Pappins before they hatch. However, no matter who wins this match, this has just been a terrific season
Oh.
for the Golden Knights. Ooh, what a terrific
That was a nice Maywall.
Just we've seen a lot of just team cohesion develop for the Golden Knights throughout the season, and we're seeing that on full force tonight with Overwatch Team B here.
And A as well.
And A as well. Gotta give props to both teams. So no matter what happens tonight, the fact that we're here at Lijiang Tower, Game 5 for the last ECAC match, just speaks volumes for how far the Golden Knights have come this season. So let's see. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take Miami now.
Nope.
You're such a tease.
I am. I know.
Speaking of teasers, these walls.
Oh, right, the game.
That old thing. We get another wall for our hubris.
So you do see Fuffy does have Earth Shatter though. Not. Oh, there it is. Oh, 4 down. Excuse me.
See what happens when we pay attention.
4 dead. A huge shatter coming from Fuffy there. They clean it up at the end. Clutch is the last one standing, and it's just going to wait a huge cleanup there from the Knights of Arcadia. 45% on the objective here on Lijiang.
Josh, why did it take us till Game 5 to think of Knights of Arcadia?
Oh, crap. Alright, so it took you till Game 5. It took me a little while longer. Oh, the Death Blossom.
Juicy Death Blossom there. However, a very even juicier bubble by Finn there. That bubble on the right hand able to absorb most of that damage, giving Finn, again, some very, very juicy primary damage boost there. Barry Benson able to get out of harm's way there, using the fadeaway. However, another bubble coming out from Clutch won't be enough to stop him from falling. However, the Golden Knights are coming into this next team fight with 4 ultimates on the line.
Yep.
83% on the line here. We'll see if the Golden Knights able to make their advance. We've seen actually able to weave back in behind the Golden Knights back line.
It's going to come down to this fight here. 92%. Like you said, oh, here comes all the Qs in the world.
God, Fluffy just bounced up in the air. Would you see Blizzard coming out? Fluffy is frozen. We will
Hello.
see the charge. Battle of the Rhines here on the point. Fluffy does fall. We do see Grab coming out, resulting in a 3K here. The Golden Knights are dipping into all their available resources here. That wall blocking the fire strike, but it won't be enough. Nachi coming up on another Death Blossom here. We'll see. Will the Q be pressed?
Nope.
Barry Benson does fall here. They won't even need it as they're able to cap right here in the overtime clock. 9-9-0. The Golden Knights have to ride this momentum for all it's worth just to match up with the Arcadia Knights. So they're doing a very good job so far, pushing up basically up until the Arcadia spawn. Nachi doing a good job staying in the backline. Death Blossom still online, so we'll see how they carry this momentum for the next upcoming team fights. 2 ultimates online for both teams.
Now, behind the curtains here, I'm the one that operates the free cam. And usually I watch a gameplay, but every now and then I peek up top. And there, I look for an ultimate being used. I saw them all. So we do see Tritz going with the Earth Shatter. Barry Benson now going with the Death Blossom. Pits off 3. Nachi reversed it with one of their own. Pits off Erudite. Barry Benson pits off Clutch, though. Looks like they're going to take control of the point right back. It's going to be a race to the finish for Crits. Can they get there in time? Yes, they are able to.
Beautiful. At the last nanosecond. Prince is able to contest, doing a good job here, just spreading apart the Arcadia.
Uh-oh, no hook.
Getting enough time for the rest of the team to regroup, which they are able to do. Stargazers does have Blizzard online, so this could halt the Golden Knights' advance here for match 1. A huge bubble there, able to keep up Bone Jangles, but it won't be enough. Bone Jangle and Clutch do both fall. Soundberry now coming out from Slays. Overtime clock, and now once again reset. You see Nachi on point. Will cost
Dueling Blizzards?
the solo all from the Blizzard.
I think that was dueling blizzards for each team. Mario built his up so quick.
It's maneuverability right now by Prince. It was shot down by the charge by the run. However, did a good job there getting as enough time as possible, but the overtime clock will get ridden out less than a second before Bone Jangles can touch point. Very magnificently played by both teams, as match 1 will go to the Arcadia Knights.
As we get set for round 2 here on Legion. Could see, well, I was about to say we do see Stargazer go with the Fire. We could see Mario or Nachi switch over as well. But the Reaper May actually worked pretty well. They did end up losing round 1, but I thought both of the DPS played very well for the Golden Knights. So we'll see if they stick with what's worked or if they stick with what's worked in the past. Other than that, any other observations here as we get set for round 2?
Well, the Legion Tower map 2 does lend itself well if you have any moves available. We do
Yes.
see Stargazer does have Pharah online, so if the Golden Knights do decide to go down that very treacherous
And they are not.
side, but they're deciding not to. Very wise decision.
Yes.
I would say, as they make their mistake on the point. Moments before the Arcadia Knights are able to answer in time. Ryan, however, is separated from the rest of the team. However, he's able to get kept up by the rest of the Arcadia support. Fuffy does fall finally at the cost of 4 of the Golden Knights. Make that 5 for an entire team kill by the Arcadia Knights. Stargazer just coming in to absolutely reverse the momentum there for the Arcadia Knights of Arcadia.
Wow. Wow. The ultimate built up by Fuffy so quick. Already at 77% to an Earth Shatter. So we do see Fuffy already with a pitch on Audi. Fuffy popping off here on the Reinhardt. Again, best tank in the game. Don't at me. As they get set here, St. Rose is going to look to push. Earth Shatter is online, the only ultimate. Coalescence now. We'll see how long it takes for that to be popped. Other than that, Audi getting close for the Golden Knights. Crits and Clutch behind that. Wow, Audi, that went from 82 to 100 in about 3 seconds.
Oh, they didn't see the rocket barrage coming.
Neither did I.
3 kills off of that, honestly. We do see Earthstrike is still online as well for the Knights of Arcadia. We do see a bit of a contest here by Bone Jangles. Won't be enough to stall as they do fall, forcing a reset by the Golden Knights. We do see Audi is online with Coalescence, so we'll see how they use that to reverse momentum here. They really don't have an option here when it comes to approaches. They do decide to go for cover on the left side, avoiding the boops from Stargazer. They really need to prioritize if they want to make an effective push here on the point.
Here they come.
The reasons that some of the players got pushed off there by the little
Oh, nice bubble.
graphic bubble there.
See, Finn has been pretty quiet here, but ever since another rocket barrage built up so quick, able to pick off 2. Barry Benson and Fuffy get pits of their own. Another team kill.
Hello, Mook. Can you pick up your song? My goodness, another team kill by the Knights of Arcadia on the Golden Knights. 85% now on the clock.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the rocket barrage, Finn has been pretty quiet, but ever since finding themselves on Zarya the last 2 rounds, they have been a force to be reckoned with, either themselves or just the bubbles that absolutely save their teammates who are just ever so slightly out of position, but still able to save it. Stargazer putting in work, cleans out the Supercharger. Barry Benson with the Death Blossom able to pick off 1 as well, and Fuffy gets 1 on the charge. It's Clutch, and Mario pits off Erudite. Fuffy and Stargazer did 2 pits at the end. Earth Shatter goes down. It pits off Audi. Crit Sauls as well. Round 2 to Arcadia, and they will take the match here in extra rounds.
Brilliant tour de force by both teams here on Legion Tower. Let's see this play, Fuffy.
Oh, the snowball.
We saw the emote. Let's see the play.
Happy winter.
Pop up. Happy early winter.
It's never early if you're in upstate New York.
Very true.
He says with a load of pain in his voice. The team kill at the end does do it for the Golden Knights and will end the fall semester ECAC season. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, whether it be your first one or or the last of many. We do want to thank you for tuning in and hope you will join us next season once teams A and B return for ECAC and other matchups. As always, I am your Hammond main Josh, joined as always by my Moira one trick Ted. Ted, anything you'd like to say before you go?
The one thing that I know is gonna make you cringe. Everyone, stay gold.
Ugh.
There it is.
You're back on cooldown. See you next year.